But I love what we're doing, and the emails we get are changing our lives. So just, to review a couple things I've talked about, the technology makes all this possible. We're not a technology company. We won't be talking technology perhaps in 2 years. Why are we talking about it today? Because we're the only ones with it. It is part of the story. It's why, a person will come to our studio and lay down, in their words, their material and not ask for any money for it, and let the world share that material. It's because of that technology. Now, JD, who is our technology person, is going to talk about how it continues to enhance. Please understand, when we're in pre-launch, we need your feedback, we need your focus, we need a little bit of your patience. We're not going to have a static website that looks this way 6 months from now. We're going to grow. We'll have 4 websites ultimately, from managing your business to prospects to come to our main product. iLearningGlobal is our product. Not going to see any banners about doing MLM on the product. That's important, right? People are going to come there to learn, to be educated, to share. You don't need some big banner up there, make more money promoting iLearningGlobal. It could be in a corporation. It could be somebody that has no interest in building a business. They need to feel at home and comfortable. We've separated that. But 6 months from now, you won't recognize the site. There will be over 400 in 6 months, guaranteed, over 400 individual videos, not to count MP3 files you can listen to when you're working out, and on the airplane, and ebooks. In addition, interviews with successful people. So this will become the largest library. Not that's our goal, it's the rule. We will do it. We will be, and you can say now, the largest library of the most current, pertinent, helpful, and important information ever assembled in the history of this world. And we'll continue to grow. We'll attract the best faculty. We're so honored that Brian Tracy came in first. But we're so excited about all the other speakers we get to meet. Most of them, we don't even know their names. I had never heard Tony Alexander's name. And then he sent over his DVDs. And I became a Tony fan. But I had to say to myself, I was angry at Tony, because I said, like so many, where would I be if I had known this 10, 15 years ago? I'd been better, I guarantee. I wouldn't have lost the sale. I wouldn't have lost my temper. I would have understood people better. And I'm just so sad, but I'm not going to go back and beat myself up for the past, but I'm so sad that I couldn't have this. I'm not going to let it happen to this next generation. So our content also will deal with teens and with children and young adults. It's not only the future, but it's the people that really struggle, and yet they want to learn. They want to put it together. So understand that our children's portion will also become the learning portal for people, and I hope you share it. I hope you invite friends and relatives over, and you say, by the way, before we do dinner, can we gather around the computer? And can you watch this little 10-minute segment here by so-and-so? It changed our family's life, or it's helped us. We want to share it with you. That's a really neat way to share the business. Well, what is iLearningGlobal? Well, I'll tell you what it is to us. It may be something completely different to you, but it is the largest and best portal of information in the world. Now, as I talk about international, and I'll make sure you don't leave here today without the excitement of what we're doing, it's likely that we'll have more international iLearningGlobal ambassadors and participants than U.S. citizens. Okay, it will be that successful. We've been learning at how much, for example, the Japanese and the Chinese spend on continuous learning after they graduate from school. Don't raise your hand, but what was your budget for continuous learning when you finished school? Most of us didn't even think about it. Some of these foreign countries, they have a budget. $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for dad, X amount for mom, X amount for the breadwinner. And it's already budgeted in, but they don't know where to get the information. There's language barriers. We were talking about this today with Miriam. And this language barrier, how frustrating must that be for these wonderful, hardworking people that come to our country and struggle to get the professional and business word tracks down. They go interview for a job and they get turned down. They don't even know why. They don't know if they said something wrong. They don't know if the culture was wrong. And we can teach all this inside of our site. So we think the vision is huge. But again, think global, but work local. Okay? You don't have to hop on an airplane and go to the streets of Hong Kong. and stand there with a brochure and say, iLearningGlobal coming soon. You don't have to do that. But you would be making a mistake if you didn't talk to every single person and say, I know of a business that's going to be the biggest online learning center in the world. And right now I'm looking for somebody that's hardworking, entrepreneurial, and bilingual for Cantonese or Spanish that can help us take the business to that country. Do you know anybody that fits that category? Do you know anybody that'd be interested? And you start to develop them in your country. It's much better when they're flying and they're spending their money because they go there on business and they know the language and they know the culture. They'll be much more effective. But because you recommended them, you get the commissions. You share in the success. Now I wanted to talk about our faculty and our dream team of people. One of the things I love most is in this position, I get to pick people better than me to do the work. That's not hard, but it's still something I enjoy. And I am so excited about the people that we're associating with. I would have never dreamed Brian Tracy would be introducing me. That wasn't any fantasy that ever, came in my mind. But just think that you're in the business with Brian Tracy and Tony Alessandra and all of our faculty. You're in business with them. They're your partners. Don't think of them as anything less than your business partners. I mean, our entire success is dependent upon this faculty. Now the faculty is growing, should be at about 40 people by the end of this month. That's pretty significant. We thought we would have a hard time attracting faculty. We're going to have to get good at saying no. We're going to have to find the very best content, crystallize it, find the people that are the experts in their subject, and post that so that you can get the best information as quick as you can and not have to worry about looking at everything. But I hope you get your daily dose, whatever that is. And you'll all have your time to do it. It might be 2 in the morning for some of you, maybe 6 in the morning when you wake up. It could be before you go to bed at night. You could be a catch-up person. Saturday morning I'm going to watch what I want. But it will change your life, and that's our goal. Use it how you want. The 4 languages that it will go into first: Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin Chinese, and Japanese. And we have selected our partners in 3 of those markets. We know who they will be, so that the translation is accurate, it's professional, and it comes with a good professional image. It would kill us if we went into a foreign market and we had the wrong translations, or we had somebody that was offensive to them. And American companies have made that mistake in the past. We want to allocate the right money and resources to align ourselves with the very best, so that you'll never have to be embarrassed.